What is up, FIFA faithful? Bearhamms here, ringing in the new year with a new episode and a new season of my Dundee United Youth Academy career mode. Now, before we get into it, let's talk about why we are in October. Now, I did have the first couple months recorded. It was going to be a new episode, but I thought, man, it is not up to standard to what I'm usually at. So what we'll do here is we'll switch around and go through the early months. So we did have a couple early games in August, and we did start off by losing to Celtic. We did win against Hamilton, and then just started a really bad losing streak, though we won 2 in a row against Hibernian and St. Johnston, and then we eventually did lose to Aberdeen. So for today's episode, we will play the first 2 games of the month, which will be Ross County away and then Rangers at home. Since my 6-week hiatus, a lot has changed with the team, starting off with all the new signings that we made in the free agency. We do have Lewis Millen, a right mid, 56 overall. I see him as being a backup, maybe getting an occasional start in a cup. Then we do have Von Pepe, a center back from the United States, who will be fighting for some playing time with Scott Kane. Well, not Scott Kane, but there's another center back. Yes, Dean Fox. Him and Pepe will be fighting for this first team. So far, Dean Fox has actually been winning. He has been a starting center back with Bearhamms. Another signing we do have is Mark Barry Perez. Now, it says he's a Spaniard, but you know what? Let's just say this. Dad was Spanish, mother was Scottish. He's a dual citizen, and he decided to go with his father's country of origin. So he will be a striker that you'll see a lot of with that 57 overall. I know, like, that's not really good for Scottish League standards, but we'll keep him in regardless. I think he will grow into that. And then easily our best free agent signing, Joe Ballinger, the Englishman, 66 overall. 1.7 million pound valuation, decent sprint speed for our team at least. Another American signing is Io Sonora, 61 overall, and an evaluation a little more than £500,000. I love his physicality, especially in the midfield at the height of 6'6". With the arrivals out of the way, let's talk about the departures. First one in Moskvin, we've sold him to Grimsby Town for £165,000. Then we do have a couple loanees in Konstantinov going to Stayback. Then we have Crookshank going to Waterford. Now, I know Gordy was one of our starters last year, but because of the quality that we've gotten this year, let's just give him some playing time somewhere else. Then we do have one more departure, and it is easily the biggest one of the save so far. It's Riley Gray. Yes, I did allude to it in the first season that if there was a good deal, I would take it. And Wolves for £25 million was a good deal. So now you're probably wondering, what are we going to do with the whole striker situation, since now you really only have Tom Law? Well, let's get into that. We do have a couple new signings from the Youth Academy. One is striker Hermanson, which we look to replace Riley Gray. Tall order for a 58 overall Icelandic striker. But from some of the early games, like, he has shown some promise. We also have Berkman, an Icelandic goalkeeper who has been superb so far and has dethroned Wisniewski as the starting goalkeeper. Quick side note, I would like to commend FIFA for their new setup in terms of free agents. I know you see a lot of regens, and that's because we put a bunch of old players getting ready to retire. There's a video on that in the description below. But there's a bunch of real players that were on teams last season, like Taylor Allen, like Diego Altuve. And that's kind of cool, because it adds a little more realism to those players that, like, don't quite make it with their teams, and opposed to getting immediately shipped to another team, there's a chance for you to actually sign them. In terms of board objectives, we're doing just fine so far. We've already increased the club's worth by 100%. We've already signed 3 players younger than 20 with the whole potential deal. So we'll talk about some new goals that we want to achieve. One of them is signing 3 players to the Youth Academy to the defender position. We can easily do that with a little switch up to the scouting. And for domestic success, they want us to avoid the bottom part of the league, which we're kind of at right now, but I feel in time we will push up. And then in the Scottish Cup, reach the quarterfinal. Simple as that. As you can see in the highlighted box, we are in 9th place. 8 games, 9 points. Again, the departure of Riley Gray has been a bit of a burden, but we've actually done pretty well as of late with that new setup. And it'll be interesting to see how we do in this episode, finally on camera. And we will also talk about stats here as Tom Law has come into his own, no longer the law firm. He's kind of taken the lead on that one. 6 goals in 7 matches, tied with Ayeti. And we'll see if any stragglers are in for Dundee. Nope. But we do have Tom Law once again up top with 3 assists in 7 matches. Again, he has really come into his own. First game of the episode, we're on the road as we take on Ross County. All right, some good ball movement here as Law will find Hermanson. Hermanson looking to find Tom Law once again. We'll find a good pass to Soria. Soria with the shot, and already just 6 minutes in, it's Dundee United onto the front foot, running right through the competition. Soria with a nice shot outside the box. I think that was Tom Law with the setup. And already a great start to this season. Well, I mean, in terms of camera gameplay. So happy to be back playing this game and playing this save. It was one of the big worries of mine coming back to this save was that it just wouldn't feel right. But with the new setup and not having Riley Gray has actually invigorated my my enthusiasm for the save, just because, you know, there's new players. We're just trying to figure things out. As Spital will take the shot, and there goes the lead. One with a good, that's a good play by Arm. Whoa, Nelly, what the hell? I don't really know what Bergman was doing there. Good thing that didn't turn into anything worse. Good pass out wide to Ballinger. Ballinger looking for some help in the box. Goes wide. Oh, looking for Hermanson, but it will be cleared away with a bicycle kick, though we will find it back. Ballinger sends that through to Hermanson. Hermanson tries to keep it, but it will be taken away. Oh, good save by Bergman, but it is going to fall back to the team in blue. Tilson. Covered by Armstrong. Armstrong will do enough to push the ball out of bounds, and that will do it for the first half. Was a good start at first. Surprising start. Soria with the early goal, but 5 minutes. Ross County equalize. That's where we are right now. 1-1 draw. Back at it with half numero dos. No changes so far, but I might have to once we get down to the thick of things. Through ball to Áñez. We'll find Ballinger. Ballinger is past his defender. Looking for a cross here. If he can find anyone. Open in the box. Centers that through. There's a chance. There we go. Hermanson with the second goal. Great patience by Ballinger to find the Icelandic striker. With just 25 minutes left, we might win our first game on camera this season. Oh, good block. Oh, no, it's going to fall straight to him. Chance for a shot at distance. There we go. Not what we wanted. Ross County do get the equalizer. That was a good shot by Tilson. So he does find the top right corner. Now we got to hold on to this draw now. Oh, good save, Bergman. Still a chance for Ross County to get this game winner here as Mullen launches it in. Is headed. We'll find Soria. Soria can't keep it out, and they're just going to keep giving Ross County the chances. There is a shot. This game should have been over. This game should have been over, god damn it. God, I hate FIFA 21 with their whole added time, extra time shenanigans. Like, they'll just keep giving you all the added extra time in the world. As this should have been over. It was cleared out. But, we'll just give Ross County one more chance, because why not? That's another long-distance shot. Bergman not able to save it. You got to remember, 10 minutes ago, we were up by 1. Heartbreaking. Heartbreaking, to say the least. Taking a look at our youth academy, nothing much has changed, though. It's kind of crazy how we have 3 goalkeepers and only 2 left mid, left wingers. Nothing much else. We do have Lewis McIntyre, 79 to 87 overall, 53 overall. Aaron Flaherty, a 50 overall left mid, though we're trying to turn him into a left back. 76 to 82 overall. Good pace to start. And our goalkeeper, Shane Keith. You know what? We're going to let him go. I don't see a future with him. Artie Howie, though, that's another question. Unfortunately, he is still under the age to where we can bring him up to the first team, though he will, honestly, I think he will be tied for the best overall on the team, though he's going to have to fix those arms. God damn, those are little noodle arms there. Then we do have Lewis Kirkwood, 76 to 82 overall with an overall of 48. Final game of the episode, we have a slightly rotated side. As you can see, Gordy Duff is starting at left wing. Then we have Ballinger starting at right back. You can also see Von Pepe, the new center back partner to Yildirim, just to see what he can do. Same with Scott Kane. Then we have Wisniewski between the sticks, just to see if he can have a little bit of redemption, as Bergman, I felt like didn't do as good as he could have done. Already a poor pass. An early chance here for Rangers is possible. So Rebo will find Haggy. Haggy slips that through to McCrory. McCrory trying to get past Yildirim. Oh, that's way too easy. Tic-tac-toe. That's what happens with poor passing out the back. This could be an ugly game. Just a couple ticks left in the half. Trying to stretch the play here to Ballinger. Ballinger flips the ball to Law. This might be an opportunity. It's Tom Law trying to get himself into the box here. We'll find Ballinger. Ballinger back to Law. Probably the last chance of the half. Slips it through. Cadeau! Oh no! A good chance. Chance for a cross here. It is long. And it's going to be cleared away, and that will do it. So at least we're threatening at the end of this first half, though. Early goal by Rangers. They're up by 1. Oh, come on. That is so dumb. Better not end up in a goal as there's a cross. Von Pepe will win the header, though it's going to fall straight to Rui Diaz, and he's going to bang it home. God damn it. Of course, Rui Diaz scores. I'm not a big fan of Rui Diaz, especially what he did to Minnesota United a couple weeks ago in the Western Conference Final. I also don't like him because he flops a lot. Maybe a chance here for Duff. Come on, Duff. Finish it, Duff. Ah, son of a gun. Though, just lose it immediately. Poor passing all around. Probably the big takeaway from this game is just our poor passing, as Rui Diaz is going to put another one in. I don't need to see him celebrate at all. Let's just get this over with. It's looking like a 3-0 loss, and it probably will be. Yeah, not the way we wanted to end this episode. Again, we are playing a great team in Rangers. We were doing okay for the first, well, not really okay, but we were doing enough. We were competitive for about the first 70 minutes or so, but then we give up a second goal to Rui Diaz, and then it's just downhill from there. Safe to say, not a good start for the boys. 10 games in, only 9 points. Not rocking a good goal differential. Already 7 losses on the season. There's a lot to change, and I think I'm going to tinker with that formation. I thought I'd be clever with the whole right forward on one side, left winger on the other, but it's clearly not working. So we'll switch it up off camera, see what works, see what doesn't work, and I hope in the next episode we can get things moving again, get some W's, get to more of mid-table obscurity with this new lineup, and make the most of this post-Riley Gray era. So yes, this will be the end of the episode. I hope you enjoyed watching as much as you did playing it, but before I go, also, be sure to like and subscribe. But before I go, I would like to ask you guys, what is your New Year's resolution? 2021 seems like a more hopeful year. We'll actually be in places again. There's a lot of variables from that happening, but I hope that's the case. 2020 was a sucky year. Had to take a lot of time off of FIFA just to work on some other things, as well as work on myself. And one resolution I have is to learn a new language. Now, it's either going to be Spanish or German. I know a little more German, so it'll be easier, but hey, I might try Spanish. So yeah, just comment below what is your New Year's resolution, and I'll see you next time. Yes, this has been Bearhamms, and as always, toodaloo.